ABC Wednesday, October 9th.
Y'all complain all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want razors, too.
I'm still waiting on the paper towels.
Abbott Elementary returns with a new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there?
Taking bribes.
Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, season premiere Wednesday, October 9th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Triller. Welcome to the Norm Hyperbolic Filler. We're usually here to talk anime, video games, and movies. I am your host, X, also known as Young Morgan Freeman. And with me, as always, is my co-host, Kid Lewis.
What up? This is your boy, Kid Lewis, your favorite menace. We out here outside today doing a filler.
Outside with our inside voice.
Outside with our inside voices. We're at the coffee shop, drinking some coffee, talking anime.
Coffee Insider.
There you go. Coffee Insider, apple cider, and
right.
Apple cider vinegar.
Yes.
Yeah. Use it on my skin later.
So today we're definitely gonna be talking about just random things, and of course we got Young Morgan Freeman, and I gotta introduce you guys to our brother number three, Captain Kilimanjaro.
Captain Kilimanjaro. Last time we did it in unison, bro.
Yes.
Hey, man. Hey, it's all right, bro.
It's all right.
Greatly appreciate it. And we're just going to keep working on that. You know what I'm saying?
We are.
Hey, CBNKO, bro. You already know what it is.
How's everybody?
Pretty good, bro. I was off today, just chilling, doing this, man. Looking forward to this. And I got some more plans after this, but always good to do a filler, bro.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir. It's always good to be outside, bro.
Living the
Get some
dream,
fresh
striving
air.
for the dream as well. Always.
Yes.
Always.
Some fresh air. Yeah. It's fresh central air conditioning right here.
Right.
I mean, we had to breathe the outside air to get here. You know what I'm saying?
I
You gotta
did.
carry it with
The
you,
batteries
you know what
died, so then I had to go bust the mission to the dollar store. So
I'm
I was
saying?
like,
Man, buying $1 batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah. More last.
yes.
Enough to last us 2 hours, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, that's all we need.
That's all. That's true. That's all.
I
we
can
need.
throw these batteries in the trash as soon as we're done recording for all I care.
All right, man. So we're gonna jump into the first subject: PS5 Pro. So it just
PS5
announced
Pro.
on September the 10th by Sony. You know, so the PS5 Pro is coming out by sometime the end of this year,
Right.
usually during Christmas, Thanksgiving time.
Or like November time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit before, so they can go on
Yeah.
$10 sale Black Friday.
So, are you guys excited about the PS5 Pro?
I am not, bro. I am a PlayStation stan. I am a PS pony, but nah, man.
This one didn't
It's
tickle
just-
your fancy?
No, it's just too expensive, bro. It's too expensive.
Yes.
Until they start making new PlayStation games PS Pro only, I don't think I would get one.
No. In
That's
the
not gonna happen. But
Right. So there's where's the incentive, besides the collector's edition?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm a little disrespected because for me myself personally, I already have PS5 Pro is essentially a digital slim that
Right.
has
It doesn't even come with the CD drive, which
Right.
is crazy. For
it
that
has a
price.
2 terabyte SSD.
Yeah.
Which is
Yes, it does.
Which is
that's why it's $700.
I feel like it should be standard at this point. At least 1 terabyte should be standard at this point.
I mean, they give you one. Of course, they don't give you the full one, but
they don't.
they give you one, and they're just like you gotta buy
The software
more.
and all that shit that comes with it already. So you drop down from 1 to like 600 available gigabytes. Yeah,
Hefty.
no, 2 terabytes, bro. At this point, especially how big these games are coming out nowadays,
I got
that
a
should be
couple
the
of
new
games that are at
standard,
least
man.
like 100 gigs, bro. So yeah,
But making us pay all that extra money just for 2 terabytes. Now, don't get me wrong. There is GPU upgrade, so it's a little bit faster. I think it was like 45% faster than the regular PS5. I think they're dropping out a new thing, the PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution PSSR.
Whoa.
Yeah,
So basically, it's an upscale.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly what it is. The main selling point of it is the fact that, like, because, okay, with most PS5 games, you either got to choose between the performance mode, which is like 60 FPS, and then the fidelity mode, which is like, you know, the pretty shit.
Okay.
So the PSSR, you know,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
kind of
there was
gross saying that, but
PSSR.
There was an O in there, I think.
No,
Maybe.
no. It's
What is
DSLR.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it is.
Okay.
The pisser.
Okay.
It's
The purser. The purser.
it's just a blending of the two modes, which
Yes.
I don't care about because I play all my games in 60 FPS. You know what I'm saying? Because especially us play on TVs, like there's already input lag, so it just doesn't make sense to me. Now I am torn because they've got the 30th anniversary collection coming out, and I wasn't trying to get a Pro. I didn't care about it, but the PS5s, they got that sexy silver, man. The throwback to the original PlayStation.
Nice.
It is very nice.
Well, why'd you get the Slim then? Were you reluctant at first with the Slim as well, or?
No, I had to get the Slim. So I had the original PlayStation when it first came out, and back when Spider-Man 2 came out, that's when I had to get a new PlayStation because it just kept overheating. Like it couldn't keep up with the game that I was playing. So with the Slim, all of the Slim line fixed that problem. So I had to either way.
Well, I'm stuck in that dilemma because my PS5, and I have the original. I mean, I got it when it first came out. You know, I had to pay a little extra because I had to get the bundle, unfortunately, in order for me to get
the
bundle, which came with the Spider-Man game. But my shit is not turning on anymore.
I know, so you might be in Fred's situation where.
So I'm debating if I should fix it or should I just get the Slim at that point.
So
you're not going to get the Pro though.
No, for $699,
I'm not gonna lie,
$700. I mean, I'm not cheap by any chance, but that's expensive.
I would go for the Pro if I were you, bro.
That's expensive.
Really? Why?
Bro.
Because, and I tell this to everybody, you know what I'm saying? It depends on where you're at. For me, it wouldn't make that much sense because all you're getting is an upscaling because I have the components, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the storage.
Well, right.
Yeah.
The
2 terabytes, yeah.
For you, you're still on the original PlayStation 5.
Oh, original.
No
OG.
PlayStation 5 right now.
Well, right now,
them as well. Like, they have more options. But, like, I would say for the people who still have the original PlayStation 5, it makes more sense for them to get Pros.
Not for that price, man.
Yeah,
That's a steep price, man.
I break it down to how much of a gamer you actually are. You know what I mean?
My thing is this too. Like, I'm also thinking ahead in the future. So the biggest game,
future proofing by getting the newest one.
The thing is, I'm thinking is like the biggest game that has everybody on a chokehold is GTA 6.
Okay.
Right? That's what we are waiting for. Is the GTA 6 going to come out? When it comes out, is Sony going to drop a new system for it?
No.
So we're not going to get a PS6.
They're working on PS6 now, but it's not going to
come with the GTA 6.
Right.
Well, I don't know.
That's my fear.
Nah.
No.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
It has already been like 5 years since this generation has been around and available.
Right. So
it is overdue for a new generation soon.
Overdue? I don't know.
Well, they're kind of
you living in the past, bro.
No, I know, bro. I'm terrible
for
at time.
New generation because think about it. They just came out with the Slim earlier this year. Was it this year that they came out?
I want to say it was last year,
or maybe last year.
Bro. I'm
and now we're just getting the Pro. So between the Slim and the Pro, it hasn't been that big of a time gap.
Right.
So what is to say that
either,
maybe next year they decided, fuck it, we're dropping the 6 to go with the GTA 6.
Right at the end of the year.
I don't think
if
so.
6. You feel me?
If it
they could,
it takes all year for the
but I don't
the game
think
to come out.
So let me put it to you like this:
because think about it, when they presented the PlayStation Pro, the PS5 Pro,
right,
they didn't have no lineup games for it.
That's because
which you brought up a little bit earlier that they didn't have specific games just for that system.
Pros never have specific games though. Like they're just games that are enhanced.
Like a new game that could.
They did. They have a handful of games that are enhanced for the Pro.
Right. Yeah, like Ratchet and Clank and
but those are older games that you can then play on the PS4 if you're still rocking the PS4.
Right.
No, not Rift. Can you play Rift Apart?
No, that's PS5.
Some games you can't play, but
I'm putting it like this, right? It's all at the end of the day, it is all marketing. The Switch,
it's terrible marketing.
The Switch got announced first.
Okay.
To combat the Switch, Sony and Microsoft already had their shit in the works, but Nintendo got their announcement off. So by that time, we already knew that by the time this year was ending, there was gonna be a new version of the PlayStation and a new version of the Xbox. And then a few months later, boom, they were out. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't surprise me in the least that these things are happening. But PS6, it's like, if you understand what's going on with the world and like how things are happening now, both Sony and Microsoft, I don't really know about Nintendo because they got their own thing. They're both trying to create PC-esque systems. Like that's their current transition. They want to make an all-home system.
Oh, they're transitioning pretty well with the price.
Right. I know they need to fund this.
They did. I've seen videos of that actually, of where it would make sense to get like a $700 PC or a new PlayStation.
Right. So they're not going to go the handheld route. They're kind of going to leave handheld for.
Well, they could because
Nintendo and PC.
A shocking amount of people are buying the PlayStation Portal, and I can't tell you why. Because I don't know if they understand what a PlayStation Portal is. I don't know if.
But the thing, this is my
really
thing
big
too.
Houses and they enjoy it. I don't know.
When I think about handheld, I feel like that might be the new move. I mean, we have the Steam Deck, we have the Lenovo, we have fucking Asus. They all have great handhelds that easily could just be docked to a TV and then you can just play through there. What is this? And they're either close to the same price as a PS5 Pro or cheaper. What is to say I can't go that route?
You could.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like right now handheld is kind of like getting up there, bro.
It is getting up there, and I know that the PlayStation side of things are definitely working on handhelds because of the like huge profits they're seeing from portals.
Yeah.
I mean, if
all you need is a dock to connect it to the TV, and there you go, bro.
That could be a move. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if they could implement it the right way, it could be a shout.
Yeah,
it could be a shout.
Take that shit on the road, go home, you dock that shit, you play it on your TV.
Because that's what the portal is missing right now, because you can't play it like
off the portal. The portal plays off the internet.
Right. So that's like the main issue with it now.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's all right, but that's like the biggest downfall of it.
So there's with them putting that PS5 Pro at that price range, it makes you then start thinking of other options that are at that price range and which one is better.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because I can get a Steam Deck probably all decked out with 2 terabytes, like to the max, for about that price. Maybe even $100 more. And all I got to do is buy a HDMI cable to connect it to my TV. And then I can play all the games on there. I don't have no limitations.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So like it makes you now start thinking like, damn, with that $700 price point, can I do better?
For me, I just prefer my Switch. I still play my Switch even to today. I don't have the OLED, but bro, when I'm on the airplane, when I'm in the city, you know, in like real cities or whatever, and I'm on, like waiting for the bus, I'm playing that Switch everywhere. So
and then we got rumors and a lot of leaks about
the Switch
2. Switch 2 coming pretty soon.
What do you have? What do you have?
Well, I don't have any on deck. Sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Well, no, because you had mentioned that you wanted to talk about it.
No. But I know that it's coming. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like the handheld world, like the handheld devices right now, are kind of like peaking over consoles.
I kind of think it's always been like that, bro. Maybe not in sales, because you have, like Fred said, PC versus
consoles.
So then, you know, Nintendo gets kind of left out of that. But bro, since the DS, since the Game Boy, I think the handhelds have always been kind of like desirable as for like, you know, what Fred would describe a true gamer, like someone who's all about gaming. How do I take this game from this house to bring it to me, to the rest of the world, to the park? Bro. How can I bring this game to the park?
But now we got these companies dropping their handheld. We got Asus, we got Lenovo, we got Steam Deck, we got all these, and these are great, powerful handhelds.
Everybody's looking for a handheld, bro.
So at this point, you know what I mean? For the price, I get to take it home and bring, like, you know what I mean? Take it outside, bring it inside. And some of them have like good ass battery life. I'm talking about you can play a good AAA game for like 2 to 3 hours on a handheld.
Right.
That's already pretty crazy by itself.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I truly believe that we're heading into a future where handheld might be dominating and people are just going to be like, fuck the consoles, bro. And then Sony will have to come out with a fucking great PSP version of it.
I don't know why they didn't, bro. I don't know why.
I know,
I don't
right?
know how they're selling that portal.
That portal.
I don't know. I
Aesthetically,
promise
it
I was
looks
shocked,
nice, though.
bro. I was shocked to say the least.
Yeah, bro, because we thought it was going to be a PSP proper.
Yes. I mean, we talked about it in our podcast in the past, but aesthetically, they did pretty nice, man. It does draws your eyes to the system.
It
You're
looks
like, damn,
nice. It
it's
does
really
look
nice.
and like it
I'm
functions
not
all
buying
right
this
too.
from
For
the
the
window.
nice, yeah.
I'm not buying this. Like, what is that?
Right.
But it
Let me
catches
get
your
that.
attention. Exactly. What is that? And then you go look, and then you do a little research, and you're like, oh shit. never
Right. She's
mind.
like, it's like an
The
attractive girl at a
disappointment.
bar. You're like, wow, look at her. Let me talk to her and see what she's about.
yeah.
What? Wi-Fi only? Remote play?
Right?
No, never
bro.
mind.
You walk out of the bar disappointed.
Is that a mustache? No.
Does that controller have a mustache?
But yeah, man, I think handheld is
So
the future.
Speaking of gaming,
What's up?
this is what I have. This is what I brought to the episode.
What you brought?
They posted this like a while ago or whatever, but it finally made it to my group chat where they polled, and I don't know where this poll came from, but like the most attractive hobbies to women. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't seen it.
Video
Okay,
games is on the bottom of the list.
So it's not on the bottom. It's not on the bottom. It's not on the bottom.
last bottom, but it's there.
So let me start with the most attractive.
Okay.
So I'll just give you the top 5. So the most
Sports and combat.
we have
sports.
painting
Painting
is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is number 6.
Okay.
What's the number one thing? Is there a
No,
number
go ahead. Start from 6
Then
and work up.
woodworking.
Woodworking.
These
Is
are all-
this top 5, like 6 and up.
This is top 6 and up. Yeah.
Okay.
These are all in the high 90s or the mid 90s.
Okay.
So woodworking, just like putting stuff on wood and
Yeah.
like, crafting names and pictures or whatever. Then cooking. Then playing an instrument. Then knowing a foreign language. I guess is a hobby.
That's
Okay.
Okay.
And the number 1 is reading.
Damn, bro.
The number 1 is reading.
That fucking
That's
sucks for me. I need to start picking up a book.
I mean, yeah. But so let me tell you the last 20.
The last
20?
20?
Jeez.
The last 20.
God damn. boy.
So these
This
all range from,
podcast and
they range from 30% to 3%.
Mm.
So from the bottom, we have gambling,
okay.
porn,
I have never
I
brought
wouldn't
that
consider that as a hobby, either, but okay.
arguing online.
That's crazy.
That's a hobby. Yeah. Okay,
Funko is at 12%.
Wow, you can't have a
Hobby.
Funko collection.
Funko collections at 12%.
She walks into your house and then you just got Funkos everywhere.
She's like, what is this?
That is weird because
Limited
they're
editions,
worth
though.
money.
Yes, they're
so
more
it's just
money.
like that's why
Yeah,
I'll
it's almost like Beanie Babies.
Especially
I'll
like collectors
attack
ones, yeah.
this later, but
15% marijuana, clubbing 20%
That's a hobby?
as a hobby. These are all hobbies.
Okay, clubbing.
Cigars, crypto at 23%.
What if you're making millions? How is that not attractive?
Yeah,
let's attack this after. Let's hear the
All right, go ahead,
rank.
Becky.
Makeup is at 24%. Men who wear makeup is more attractive than men who are in crypto, according to this poll. Next is anime at 27%. Magic the Gathering, 28%.
No Dungeons and Dragons on this list.
It's not on this one, no. Drinking, 29%. Drinking, 29% attractive. I kind of think it's like, because they have it here as a hobby. So if you drink as a hobby, that's borderline alcoholic.
Yeah, alcoholic.
But
Yeah.
it just depends on how much.
That's not
Let's
that's not
just-
borderline.
yeah.
That is alcoholic.
Let's just
bro.
get
You
through
count
it
that as a
and then-
hobby.
Then debating.
I got plenty to say about
30%.
this.
Cosplaying, 32%. And then comic books, 33%.
Damn, bro.
That's the bottom 20 though.
That's the bottom 20.
So what was
video
last?
games is not even in the bottom 20 though.
Let me see.
What was like dead last?
Maybe
Dead
it was
last
the very
was-
one after.
Was gambling. Gambling and fish. Like
Fishing?
Fishing, like with a PH. Like scamming.
Okay.
Scamming
gotcha.
online.
Oh, okay.
So I think video games were right above comic books.
Yeah,
Um,
I see.
So,
Damn, man.
so when you tell somebody that you do a podcast where you talk about anime, video games, and movies, it's pretty ugly, bro.
In the immortal
I mean-
words of Tony Baker.
Let's be honest though. If you were on a date, Fred, I'm talking to you. Like, if you were on a date, would you bring that up? Like, I got a podcast, or I'm part of a podcast, or
I don't.
What
So
would that be
some-
your hobbies?
I'm just
though?
a different kind of individual. So I mean, I wouldn't really. I would feel the situation out. Like I don't. I feel like because that's pompous energy to like be like I have this, I have that. So I wouldn't really do shit like that.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't brag
But-
about it, but you wouldn't say it like it was a hobby, though.
No,
I brag
because
about
you.
I brag about it when I talk to people.
No,
About being
bro. When you sit
Yeah,
down with somebody
I'm
and you
proud,
be
bro.
like, "Yeah, I have
I
my
create.
own
We created this,
bro.
Well, it's like a business. Like I have my own clothing line.
Don't
I
do
have
that,
my
bro.
own.
I mean, I don't.
I
Don't
have my
do
own
that, bro.
bar. I have my
Yeah,
own whatever.
yeah.
Don't do that, bro. It gives people the ick, man.
Does it?
Because
Think so?
there's too
Why? 'Cause
many
you-
podcast bros.
It's,
bro.
so it's happened to me before where I went to a gaming meetup and, shout out to Southwest Florida Gamers. We went to like this meetup at Retro Zone and, I told this girl or whatever that I was passing out my card and she was like, oh, it gives me, oh my God, I forget what she
It gives
said.
me the ick.
It's kind of like the ick. It was like some like man energy that's like
Having a
unattractive.
podcast.
Having a podcast.
But you
No
should.
matter what it's about, even if it's about like
What?
nerdy stuff or, you
It's
can have a
just-
podcast about bird watching and they're like, ugh,
Well, yeah.
Bird
exactly.
watching.
men talking about bird watching all aggressively.
That's because that's what it comes down to, bro. Because everybody got a fucking podcast. So it's just like promoting it makes sense because we want people to listen in and whatever. But like,
But you wouldn't.
don't walk around with the oh yeah, I do a podcast. Like that's not the move, bro.
No?
Nah, I mean, I
That's
don't
not the
come
move,
out
bro.
gun blazing, just shooting people in the face with "I got a podcast." Like that's not what I'm doing. But if it, like I said, if it comes up to like, "Hey, do you do any hobbies? You got anything going on?" I'm like, "Yeah, like I do a podcast, or I have a business, or
Yeah,
I
that's
do
fair.
this on my side. My
That's
main job,
alright.
yeah, I'm a nurse, but then I also do this."
So, but taking it back to your example about the dating, so you don't think that that's a Fred? You don't think that's a
So,
very
just keep that to yourself.
keep it to yourself?
First date, keep it to
keep
yourself.
it in the closet.
I just feel like
keep it under the bed, bro.
it just depends on what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, I guess hobbies come up, but it's just like, it's not really a thing you need to let off
The rip.
in the very beginning, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if you get to spend more time with these people, then
Like
you
I
know what
can't
I
just
mean?
go in there and be like, "Yo, what up? My name is Louis. I got a podcast."
no, bro.
No.
Don't do
That's not an
that,
opener.
bro.
That's not an opener.
Don't do that,
Don't bring it to
bro.
the speed dating, bro.
Speed dating. I got a podcast.
All you'll hear after that is what?
You think so?
I know so.
It has happened. It has happened to me. Like but it's all random to me.
No, it's not all random, bro. It is not all random. It's not all calculated either, but it is not all random.
Right.
But in the more words of Tony Baker, who made this horse shit ass list?
I don't know. So I don't know where the population came from. I don't know what's the age range?
This has to be
What's the
American women of a particular age range. It has to be. There is no doubt about it because
It doesn't say, bro. It really doesn't.
it probably won't, but I'm telling you because I know.
That's crazy, man.
It's very
So
interesting to say
painting
the
and
least.
cooking,
Yeah, here's the list, bro. Here you can see it.
painting and
Painting,
cooking,
reading, cooking. I didn't go through the
Reading.
top, but those
So-
are all
But the reading,
attractive
okay, you know what?
hobbies.
I ain't gonna lie. Reading makes a lot of sense. I feel lately now, women have gotten into their reading habits more.
Women have
they,
been reading forever, bro.
yeah, but
Yes.
not like, I feel like now with TikTok, it's like everywhere. Every time I go on TikTok, some female talking about a good book she read, and
That's
how you
because
need
it's
to
the
pick it up.
wave, bro.
It's the way. But I feel like as a guy, to be a part of that, it might be an attractiveness to a female. Like, oh, you read too? What books have you read? And then
Until he can't like build a fire or like fish with an F or you know what I mean. But more importantly,
Fish with an F.
not with a PH.
Right.
But so okay, reading is number 2 and comic books is number 20.
Right.
What is the differentiation?
you're reading you're reading more an intellectual book.
But they're both reading.
Yeah, but one's a picture book.
One's a picture book.
That has words in it though.
Sometimes.
I'm trying
Some pages.
so because I'm trying to just break this down as I'm an intellectual, right? So it's just like
Fred,
as we are, you
For
know what I
real.
mean? So it's just like
the intellectual.
Right.
This is the guy I come
You-
to when I need to like advice and knowledge.
Yeah.
Fred is the man to
it's
talk to.
just it
He
because
made
if
it
you
right.
look at, I mean, I guess, I just look at the list and I'm just like, it's just a stupid looking list, bro. Like I understand in terms of like attractiveness or whatever, but
That's
like
what the list is about. The list is not,
it
How
doesn't make
stupid your hobby
sense.
is.
Right.
Because some of them, first of all, some of them aren't hobbies, and if they are hobbies, then that means you need help, right?
Yeah, but when does it become an issue, like a hobby? When does watching flicks? I don't want to keep saying it out loud in this coffee shop. But like, when does
keep calling different names?
when does it go from hobby to addiction? Like, when because
when it becomes a hobby.
When are you addicted to reading? You know, like when you're reading in the movies, when you're reading while you're driving, when you're reading like, and it poses a danger.
So
that's not a hobby.
An addiction, a hobby is something that you do as a pastime, like something you got 2 hours to spare. I'm gonna work on something. Like I'm gonna work on a podcast. I'm gonna work on editing. Like that's my thing, right?
Hobby,
but an addiction is like it's on your mind. I mean, you need it. You have to do it. Like I have to go on Premiere Pro and start editing.
You have a compulsive desire to do these things.
So a casual drinker isn't an alcoholic. That's a hobby. You can have a hobby, drinking as a hobby, if you are a casual drinker.
If you're doing it on your pastime.
Yeah, once, twice a week.
Yes.
You know,
whenever you have a time available to go to the bar and have a drink.
In particular is, you know, it's very umbrella-ish, because it's like it also depends on if you're doing it to cope with something else. You know what I mean? Like if you're running to a drink to deal with something, that's not, you know what I mean?
I don't know, people, it's an escapism. Some people escape into a book,
but that's
like they don't want to deal with the real world. They want to deal with Harry Potter's world. See what his problem is.
That's still bad though. You know what I mean? Like that's called denial.
So then give me, if we can, you know, we're three men here, and so all three of us as well, without putting too much out. I don't want to disappoint too many fans, but we all have girls.
It's
right?
real.
So friends of mine was like, what are you guys complaining about? You know, you guys have girls. Like, what does it care that majority of women don't want you to read comic books or play video games or watch anime? Because you already got the one that does, that fights these instincts per the charts. You know, like what does it matter?
He's giving me the ick, but I can't give it.
So what's your top 5, or you know, even top 3, or if you don't want to, attractive hobbies you think a woman can have? Cooking as a hobby?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be nice.
That was on the other list too for men.
Yeah, that's nice, you know.
Are you going to give like your list?
No. I'm just giving it one.
Because for me, I
Come
feel
on,
like,
cooking.
because I don't put, like, it's one of those things that I was talking about before. I don't put cooking on like a hobbies list. Like if the shit goes to fan,
Well,
but
that's
some
the
women
thing.
don't
But
like to cook,
that's
bro.
an essential.
I understand that, but it's an
cooking is an art, bro.
It is.
When you take your time to create a dish or even try to put something together because of out of the joy of it,
right?
Not because of like, oh fuck, I gotta cook today.
So that's like culinary, though. You know what I mean? That's like a step above cooking.
But that's what I'm saying.
To know
if
how to cook.
I've met, you know, it's cooking.
If my girl,
bro,
loves to bake,
right?
And I come home, and every time I come home, she has a new pastry
or
that's a hobby, though.
That's a hobby, but that's a good, nice hobby for me too, because I get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Right. But cooking is not baking. Like they're not the same.
But cooking
thing.
is the same thing. If I come
it's
home,
it's an umbrella, bro.
Yeah. If I come home and she said, "Hey, I made a Thai dish. I've never made it before. I'm excited for you to try it." So she's actually enjoying it. She's taking time to research a dish, put the ingredients together, you know, versus like, "Hey, I made spaghettis together." Oh, but you just made that yesterday. You eat what I put on the plate and that's it. Like, don't complain.
Right.
Or even if she took a lot of pride in her dinner each night, but cooking like Lewis is saying, like as a hobby, as extra.
You take your time, do research.
Fair. That's fair.
You might go down to the food market or, you know, fresh market and pick
I don't know,
up
man. I don't really have
fresh ingredients and shit. Like,
I don't have like a women equivalent of like what I think an attractive hobby is.
Because it's weird.
Kind of, right?
Because that's weird, bro.
Like, I'm not looking for.
It's about the individual, not about like
what you do on your pastime.
Right. You know what I mean?
Well, because sometimes you want your hobbies to align with your partner. So maybe that's why you want them to read or cook, or like, you know, Lewis said, women are reading. So now they want somebody else who can read, you know, with them or along with them or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't read, it's a problem, right? But to want to read, you know?
But you it makes sense though. Like you're not really looking into hobbies, but if you guys do have hobbies that you can enjoy together, then yes, I think it makes the relationship a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, without putting too much, like my girl, her hobby is like sports, not playing baseball or things like that, but just sports in general. Yeah. Well, I'm not really, you know, unless it's my team and while it's on, I'm not really into sports. So would I say that's an unattractive hobby for a woman to have? No. So I don't like whatever her hobby is. There's cool and kooky hobbies, you know, like our friend, you know, without putting her shit out. Her hobby is into like not art, but just like dead things, like collecting skulls, like odd entities and things like that. Like that's her hobby, and she likes spooky stuff, you know. But is that an attractive hobby to me? It doesn't really like do much for me one way or the other.
He's like, I mean, I'll probably move away a little bit, but it's not.
Like, you want to see my dead possum?
Yeah,
I have it in the bathroom.
You want to see the octopus I have in a jar? Like, what? I mean,
sure. That's kind of cool,
right? You know, like it just depends on the individual, bro.
It depends on how they wear it. So I
Right.
think when people are saying these things about people who read comic books and play video games, they have an image in their head.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
like what if your girl cooked for a hobby, but she's 400 pounds? How do you feel about that, Kid Lewis?
She cook for
Would you tell her to slow down
cooking
with the cooking? What if you became 400 pounds?
Right.
from the cooking.
A feeder, right?
Right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Hansel and
feeder
Gretel.
syndrome.
Right.
You gotta balance it with the gym, bro. It's always gotta be a balance in the world.
No,
Can't just eat all the time. You gotta yeah.
I think it's working out would be one maybe. You want your girl to
Working
be,
out is a hobby.
Yeah,
I mean, because that's another thing too, bro. Like I don't know, bro.
they are hobbies, bro.
It's not a hobby though. Like
How
it's
is it not
something
a
that
hobby?
you need to do to survive.
Okay, but
Not working
but
out.
Yes,
There's a lot
it
of
is.
people in
What
the world
about
that
driving?
don't even hit the
and
gym
they
once in their life.
they die earlier.
But what about driving as a hobby? Like someone who likes to drive, is that a hobby to you?
That would have to be a very particular kind of driving. You have to race. You have to be doing
They
like
can race.
formula.
Maybe they like to
racing. You
do
have
long,
like street
long exhibitions,
drags.
like
You know what I'm
drive
saying?
from state to state. Maybe they just like to be on the road like that.
That's not really.
Sounds
a
like a
hobby,
trucker.
though.
It's not
a hobby?
That's
It's not
not
a
a
hobby,
hobby, bro.
That sounds like a trucker, bro.
It's not a hobby. That's you doing an action like to bring yourself from one point to another. Like,
No.
Yes.
Okay,
bro,
so
it's
running
not a hobby.
is
bro.
running a hobby.
Rubbing.
Yeah, running is definitely a hobby, bro.
Rubbing what? No. Running
Running.
is under the umbrella of working out. Like it's like the core things that I feel like should not be hobbies are like working out and like cooking and stuff like that, because we're used to Americanized living, so everything's just right there for you. But at the end of the day, if something happens, which we're closer to now than ever, you need to be able to know how to cook some shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the bottom line of it.
It ain't hard to cook some ramen, bro. You just put a little steam water in it, let it sit for a second.
You know what I'm saying?
You got a whole meal right there,
But
bro.
some people don't know how to do that though. You know what I mean? So it's like, I promise you, bro. Trust me, I've met some. So that's what I'm saying. Like, or if we do have a zombie apocalypse by some fluke of chance,
Right.
the people who don't like run or the people who don't work out, they're gone first.
So is hunting a hobby?
Hunting is
You're gonna tell me hunting is not a hobby, bro?
I feel like hunting could probably be put under a hobby just because, like, you know, cooking is something that you could do without going to fetch your own meats and whatnot. But like,
right from the pantry.
right, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to eat like meats to get certain proteins and stuff like that. So I guess you could put hunting as a hobby, technically speaking. But like,
It's a hobby, bro. It's a hobby. I think the time spent is what makes it a hobby. Like we were talking about between a hobby and an addiction. If you are addicted to hunting, then it becomes an addiction or whatever.
But
It's
that's what I'm
detrimental to
saying.
you. But any little thing that you can do, whether it's routine or not, it can be a hobby if you put it to the side. If you're not doing it, it's like the same thing like turning a hobby into a career. Like there's a difference depending on the
Right.
time that you put. If you put 8 hours a day, then it's not a hobby. That's like your career
job.
kind of.
yeah, but I feel like that time is not what defines the hobby.
No,
You know
think
what
the
I mean?
action defines the hobby.
Yes, exactly
Oh.
that. Because at the end of the day,
I'm kind of with X on the time, man.
because like, okay, that's why they say do what you love and it'll never be work.
Right.
You know what
right.
I mean? Like it's that
Bro,
kind of
like
thing.
turning
Say that,
a
bro.
turning a
I don't
hobby
know about that. I
into
call that, you know, what
into
you
a
really
career.
want.
No,
Right.
yeah, I want to be able to do what I love for a living, but
You have to just make it a
you
thing.
can't, bro.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can't. You need to
You
supplement.
can,
need
bro.
to diversify your bonds, bro. You
I mean,
can't
that's
put all your-
fine,
You
but
can't put all your. Even NBA players do it, where they look into like sponsorships or franchises or putting into businesses. Like
Well, of
they
course.
can't just do that.
but that's after you've already established yourself by doing what you love and turning it into a profit.
Right. Right.
So you have to get there first, and then once you do that, you know what I mean.
But
Because
in
at the end of the day,
But in the meantime, you have to find a different supplement. Like think
Always.
about think about it
Always.
like us, right? We're podcasters. We do podcasts. You know,
that's third date conversation right there, bro. But okay.
you know, we try the best we can.
Uh-huh.
We put our videos and stuff out there. Doesn't
Right.
mean we're generating shitload of money,
Right.
but I would consider this
I
a
know.
hobby, kind of.
Right.
Right? Wouldn't this be a hobby
I think so.
for now? And so we
Yeah.
can make it into a profit. and then
yeah.
Where's the
dedicate-
hobby police, bro?
No, man.
Yeah,
He's
listen,
at Hobby Lobby like.
listen, bro.
Put that down. Who's that for?
I'm very big on calling some shit what it is and not misconstruing it for something it's not.
Right,
That's
you're-
all it comes down to.
You're
for
very
me.
English. You're English professor.
I guess, but I mean, it's just that's what it's always been about for me. Because if
I like
it
it. I
is
like it.
something that doesn't make it something else. You feel me?
Right. Well, that's where debate is.
It's
And
like
debating is a very unattractive
Is debate a hobby?
right.
debate.
Because there's
Okay,
there's a difference between a debate and an argument. So
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what
All right,
I'm just
man.
saying.
All right, cool.
I have
Don't shoot the
never
messenger.
thought that we were gonna jump into a whole ass conversation about hobbies. Man.
That's what the filler's all about,
That's
bro.
the beauty of the
Crazy.
filler.
That's the beauty of the filler,
Never
bro.
in my mind, like, damn, we'll have a whole ass debate about hobbies and what's a hobby, what considers a hobby.
This is what they're here for. This is what the people want to hear.
Let me give you the
know what I'm
last. Let me give you the last few hobbies. So these are all still in the top 80 to 90 percentile.
saying? Yeah.
So we have at 94% writing, then gardening,
Okay.
swimming, photography. Oh my God, astronomy as a hobby. Astronomy is 90% attractive.
Astronomy or astrology?
Astronomy. I know. I think they wouldn't just let it be astrology.
No, definitely not.
Hiking, archery, blacksmithing, and traveling are all from 90 to 80%. So if you're looking to
So I mean, okay,
Yeah,
some of
attractive
those
hobbies,
do
that's what
actually
those are.
right. Some of them do make sense. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to know how to shoot a bow and arrow in today's time, right? So those
So you
things make
think
sense.
that's what they're looking for?
What?
Women, when they're answering this poll, is like, what do I want my man to enjoy doing
Yes.
in case of the apocalypse?
More or less, because that's what it all comes down
Swimming.
to, bro. What they find attractive, because that's their base instinct, bro.
You think so?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know so.
I
Bro.
think they're a little bit more involved, bro.
I mean, now, but even then, we're still human beings, bro. You know what I mean?
So like, Louis, like your first one was cooking. That's a very instinctive.
yes, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta eat.
It's
And if
protector
I can eat
provider.
better,
You know
why
what I
not
mean?
want that?
That's what it comes down
Like
to.
you said,
bro.
everybody can
Maybe.
cook, cool, but not everybody can cook.
Right.
You feel me? So if
Everybody
that's
can
a
create,
great
you know
hobby
what I
to
mean?
have, I want that.
Okay.
You know, to
Right.
better my life.
Right.
There's a benefit for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
All right, man. Enough about hobbies. I got one more subject to
Like,
jump into before we clock out.
Go ahead.
Bringing it back to anime. All right. So my question for you guys to kind of wrap this up is: has there ever been a anime that you guys have been hyped about, maybe watched it but couldn't finish it, or if you finished it, super disappointed?
Where the hype,
Like, it was
negatively impacted
hyped.
how
Either
I
you
felt
watched
it.
a trailer and you were like, "Damn, that looks like a good ass anime." Watched it,
Mm.
couldn't finish it because it was disappointing, or finished it all but it was still disappointing.
There's an anime on Netflix called Cannon Bursts.
Cannon Burst.
It has like it looks like Megalobox, and it looks like that. It has that like Afro Latino kind of vibe
Uh-huh.
that I look at when I look for some anime sometimes, like gems that maybe aren't like pushed out there.
Right.
Like Michiko and Hatchet. I love that anime, but that was like what I was looking for, and it delivered. It over delivered. But it Cannon Burst, man. I don't even know if that's the name of it. You know what I'm talking about? Cannon something.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I
But
tried
I've
to-
seen like a
I
trailer.
tried to
for
watch it, and it was kind of lame, bro.
It's got like there's like a mechanic girl or something like
Yeah.
around there.
Yeah, the guy with a big afro.
Yeah.
Is that the one where he has like numbers on his body? Is that what you're talking about? Like,
I can't remember.
there's
that,
one with
but-
an Afro Latino main character, but he has like random numbers on his body. I think it represents like the amount of times he's been killed or something like that.
I think so.
That's some Destiny shit right there.
Cannon
Shout out to Cade
Burster.
6, man.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, with the numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has like a bunch of numbers on his body.
Yeah, I couldn't,
yeah.
I couldn't get into it, man.
So that's like one anime that you were like, oh,
yeah,
this is pretty
and
good.
I hyped myself up for it.
Did
and
you
it-
finish it though, or
No,
did you just stop?
I didn't finish it. No, no.
What
But
about
like
you,
whenever
Frank?
something else is,
Well,
like,
you go first. I think you have one
you
in particular.
guys
at
ever
least.
seen Blue Exorcist?
No, I've
no.
only
Or
seen
heard of
maybe a
I heard
couple
of it.
episodes.
I heard of
I'll
it,
pull
I
it
heard
up so you guys have a better.
It's one of those classic animes, though.
yeah.
And you're just not a fan.
Okay.
Is it fighting?
It's like it's in the same vein of Soul Eater. I personally feel
Yes.
like, but because they were like around at the same time,
Blue Exorcist?
so you would either watch one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never
So,
watched it though.
I watched season 1.
Okay.
Intro music off the charts.
Mhm.
And you know how we talked about like there's an intro music or the intro of the anime
Right. We'll sell it to
will
you.
sell
Right.
it to you. It
Mhm.
sold it, bro.
Okay.
Episode 1, 2, and 3, beautiful. I'm talking about like dead ass gorgeous. I love the whole exorcist kind of feel, the devil vibe, the priest. It was so good. But once he joins the exorcist school where he learns how to exorcise demons or whatever, that's where it lost me. I felt like the animation was downgraded.
Really?
Like they gave it all in the first 3 episodes, and after that they gave us like a boring ass story to follow it up, and that's where it completely lost me. Now I know there's a season 2 to it. That's how bad it got. I didn't even get a chance to finish season 1 because of how lame the story got.
Wow.
And I didn't even try to continue with season 2. That was one of
I
my.
might have to watch it now.
I mean, you might disagree with me, but
do you finish bad animes?
I mean,
I finished that
it
one.
depends.
The refrigerator, not the refrigerator, the vending machine.
I know. Me and my friends were talking about that yesterday.
You seen it?
I saw it. I saw the whole thing.
You liked it?
I did kind of like it. What? I didn't like it a lot, but I liked it for what it was.
This man.
That's how I feel about the
I hate that
Borderlands
word,
movie, bro.
I know.
You're making me this
Sometimes I feel
fucking
just by saying
this
that.
nigga. And
what it is.
For what it was, for what it is.
This vending machine can't hold a sword.
Can't do nothing, bro.
It's a vending machine.
But
Look
that's
at
the beauty of that anime was like, where are they heading with this? Like you're questioning what else can they do with this vending machine guy?
Yeah, but they're not going to unlock anything that you haven't already seen besides what it would be like to be a vending machine. That's
what it's all about.
That's the
That's
only
what it's all
thing they
about,
have
bro.
to do.
Nah, man. It was lame, bro.
It was
weird,
bro.
It
It was
sucked.
weird.
It was weird. I don't even care because I like weird anime as long as it's compelling. But that was just that one was just weird. Every episode, I'm like, what else can they do with this vending machine?
They up it a
And
little
they
bit.
have to carry him everywhere they
Yeah.
go. Like he don't move. He's just a vending machine.
He's just a
Like how much can you? They made 13 episodes. I think is it 13 or 12?
I think it's 13.
13 episodes with this vending machine, bro. Given they gave it superpowers, they gave it the ability to change into other vending machines.
Yeah, they give him a shield. Like a shield.
Yeah. So given they try to do something with it, but
There are Stranger Things, bro.
That's-
Stranger
yeah.
shows.
So what about you, bro? What's the animated show that let you down?
I got 2. So the first one is My Hero.
wow, that's a big anime, bro.
It is, and to be fair, I didn't watch all of it in its entirety, and I know about the ending, and the ending let me down ridiculously. I mean,
doesn't
I'm
he end up working at
disgusted.
McDonald's?
Essentially, he might as well.
Spoilers, bro. So whatever.
I didn't say anything about it.
Gabe, he had said to me that there was a meme going on when My Hero ended. You know how they have like all for one? So the meme is all for what? Talking about like the end of that.
Like what was the
Bro,
purpose?
because
all for?
in the beginning of the show, and I think even in the beginning of the manga as well, my man says, this is the story of how I became the greatest superhero ever.
Does he say that?
Yes.
Wow.
He says that.
Wow.
And if you know how it ended, then that's exactly what you're saying. All for what?
Yeah.
It doesn't, that's it.
It's not satisfying.
No, it's very disappointing. So pretty much that.
And the second one?
And the second one is, I think we know because I talk about it so many times. And in my mind, there'll never be a worse anime.
I don't know when the
actually.
fuck we're gonna do this episode.
So
I don't know how we would have to do it.
just
I hope it comes back.
the Devilman Crybaby fucking sucks, bro.
Oh, that anime?
I
So
don't
was that-
care
was that my
about what
hype that
anybody
let it
has to
down for
say.
you?
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean,
So I mean, it's like that, and then just the beginning, and I was just like, okay, I'm like super excited for this. But then as it went on,
maybe you should watch the original.
it just started sucking
Have
more.
you seen the original at all?
No,
The
So
original
maybe
is
I
more
have to
gruesome
watch-
and like way more graphic.
I'll probably have to watch the
With
original.
looking more
then.
whimsical, like
And you get the 90 vibes.
It looks more like Astro
Alright.
Boy,
Yeah.
but it is a little bit
Might-
darker as far
I
as
might
like,
have to look at that.
subject
then,
matter.
because, wow, it was just to this day, it is the worst letdown in anime
I'm
history
so
I've ever had.
like and amazed that you didn't like it, Fred. I'm just
No,
like
he
bro.
didn't dislike it.
he hated it.
No, I hate it, bro. I hate it actually. I might find like physical versions of it just so I can spit on it.
Oh my god, we are at the bookstore. No, it's a Netflix original. I don't think there's any
Right.
on it.
That's what I'm saying. So
No, but the original's
That's
nice.
crazy.
maybe I haven't seen the original, so I will separate that. From
Watch the
my
original, man.
Utter disgust,
And then come back to it. Rewatch it.
We are definitely 100% going to do an episode on it. So
Then
I
rewatch
just
it
don't know
again.
when.
Let us know in the there's no comments.
Let it
I was
be an
gonna say,
intro
let
to
it know
the
in the
next
comments
the
because
new year.
I want to see if other people hated it as much as you did, bro.
I wanted to actually. I want to see if I'm alone in this,
I'm sure
or
opinions are all over the place, bro.
Probably. I want to see if they hate it for the right reasons. It's too gory. I don't.
I know. Like
I'd go away.
Like when Lewis said that Michael Keaton got a little bit too old to play Beetlejuice.
He did, bro.
He didn't look that bad, bro.
Bro,
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's covered in mold.
You watched it?
Yeah, I seen it,
He's covered in mold,
and it wasn't bad.
and white paint.
You liked it?
It was alright.
Nah. You know what it is?
Yeah.
You know what it is? I should have went with that attitude of Xavier's. It is just to take it for what it is.
You always need that, bro.
But I was comparing it to the first one because of how much I love the first one.
Or something that I also like to do, just expect it to be utter garbage, and then when it's not,
But then you're gonna be
You're
like,
a
it was
little
alright. It was
appreciated.
decent.
Well, no, I was
yeah, but it's better than it sucked.
I was kind of like that with the Joker movie, the first Joker movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be trash, just because DC's always been like putting out trash. But then,
Like the Flash, that was a disappointment, bro.
Before
That
then,
was
they had like
horrible.
Aquaman, which wasn't too bad. But
Oh, Aquaman one
The
was pretty
Justice League
decent.
is like the second worst letdown ever for me.
right, stuff like that.
No, man.
Hold
I
on
was
back
gonna
there.
bring up Game of Thrones, but I don't know how much time we might have.
What do we
Because I
have?
know I was gonna bring it up during the filler. I watched it all. I'm with you guys. Mad disappointed.
Yeah.
Horribly disappointed.
When did this appointment start for you?
As soon as fucking Jon Snow couldn't fucking bend the knee to Cersei when they all was in the group meeting.
Season
He's-
6.
Was that season 6?
I think so.
When he couldn't bend the knee?
Yeah, because he already bended the knee for Rhaenyra. He couldn't do it for Cersei. And Rhaenyra was like, you could have just done it and we would have gotten her army to come up here and help.
Yeah.
But you just couldn't because you're a proud man, just like your father, Ned Stark. And that's what got him killed. And I'm just like, damn, bro. That's when I felt like his character, because he was a badass. I appreciate him getting stabbed, which was low key pissed me off a little bit because that's your family. That's your. But I was like, okay, he got stabbed. He got brought back to life. I'm like, this man's gonna come even harder now. He's gonna feel like undefeatable at this point. You died and you came back. You got freaking stab wounds on your chest, like you know what I mean. But then he just became a simp for Rhaenyra. Bend the knee, anything for my queen, the queen, blah blah blah. And it was like, who wrote this trash, bro? Who wrote this, man?
I know. I mean,
And then when he found out that he's basically the heir to the throne and not Rhaenyra, I was like, okay, this is his step to like kind of like boss up now. Like, nigga, I know who I truly am now. I come from like righteous blood.
Right.
You know, no, it's still my queen, anything for the queen. I'll bend the knee and I'll bend everything I can.
Daenerys is right hand, bro. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
bro.
Well, right.
Just to then kill her at the very end.
Because the left was Tyrion. So
Just to kill her at the very end, like that was so stupid. That was the most stupidest thing. And then the dwarf, he had all that time in jail to think of something cool, something to like fix everything. And he comes up with the most stupidest thing. Let's make the cripple boy the king. And then they call him what? The Broken?
Brand the Broken.
Brand the Broken. They
Yeah.
couldn't give him a better name, like Brand the All Seeing. Then they got the third Raven, the third eye Raven.
He does. They
couldn't give him a better
They dropped
name.
all that stuff too.
yeah, they did.
Just and then Brand the Broken just to be in the conference meeting or the little meeting they do for like 5 seconds, talk about like, have you guys seen the dragon? No, it's all right, I'll find it myself. Then he walks out. Not he walks out, he rolls out.
What happens after that too? Like, do they have to pick a new king by what? Fighting again,
Right.
or
No, I guess they all have to come to a vote of who the next king should be.
Democracy works now.
Democracy, yeah.
Oh, very nice. A
But
little bit of democracy in my
really disappointed,
in my
man.
Game of Thrones.
Really disappointed.
Game of votes, more like it.
Yeah, just I could have made way much a better alternate ending.
You
I could have. I was thinking so hard, like what could have been like a better ending.
give us a little bit, bro.
Me, really honest, I would have wanted him not to kill Rhaenyra.
Okay.
So Rhaenyra would have still lived. She still would have conquered. But I feel like she would have went more towards the dark side now because she lost the people she loved.
Darker than she already
Than she
exhibited?
already is.
Wow.
But still exceeding like, oh, I'm here for the peace. I'm the chain breaker or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm here to-
Daenerys.
Yes.
Right. Breaker of chains.
breaker of chains. Like she's still gonna spit that shit to people, but she's gonna do it the dark way, her way.
How? How a dark way?
Like she's gonna kill like what she did in King's Landing. She just fucking killed everybody, bro.
Yeah.
People that literally dropped their sword and said, "We fucking, white flag, we're done."
Mm-hmm.
She still went and killed him. That's the darker side of Rhaenyra. That's what I'm
So
talking
you would have
about.
kept that in there.
I would have kept that in there.
Wow.
But John then realizing that yes, we need to take her out now,
Yeah.
and then him stepping up to the role of who he truly is and saying, well, I'm the real king, so I'm going to take that from you.
So you
and
keep everything the same.
There will be a
except for you
war.
make John the king instead.
But John fighting Rhaenyra for it.
So more fleshing out of the Mad Queen, her developing the Mad King syndrome.
Yes.
And then, okay, I got you.
But everybody understanding why she's going into a darker side. She just lost her right hand. She just lost the dwarf, kind of in a way, like he kind of betrayed her. Like all these people around her that she trusted are betraying her. You get what I'm saying? And with John, her lover, betraying her too, and then now finally taking up that name of Aegon Targaryen, you know what I mean? She fuck everything at that point. You know, mad woman now. And then John has to do his thing. You gotta take her out.
Gotta do what he gotta do.
You gotta do. That's what, like, I would have been like, okay, I can kind of see it. You know, it makes sense to why the Fire Lord decided to, or the Light Lord decided to bring John back, because he knew where Rhaenyra was kind of heading.
Well,
so
that too, yeah.
Like they didn't play too much on that stuff. They
Like it just happened.
Yeah.
I know. Well, that whole last season was just so rushed.
Oh, it was hella rushed, bro.
It felt like almost
you
like 2
had-
seasons worth of stuff.
You
in,
had
you know,
all
one
this
season.
time
It was
to
so
like
scenes.
to just wrap it up and just do something decent. And you just gave us hot trash fire, bro. It's just like, oh,
I mean, they are going to do a Jon Snow spinoff.
I heard,
Yeah.
but somebody told me that they decided not to do it anymore.
Really?
They kicked it. They just.
I don't know.
Exited.
It was just up in the air, so I guess
Right.
I don't know.
I don't. I mean, you still
'Cause
have
there's-
House of Dragons
Yeah.
still in production.
Because
There
there's
was supposed to be,
other
like, 2 other spin-offs,
spin-offs.
too.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You can make a spin-off of Arya. You can make a spin-off of Sansa. You can make a spin-off of Jon Snow. Like,
Yeah.
A spinoff of Sansa.
Bro, Sansa was becoming a G.
She's my
Right.
least favorite character in that show.
She is at the beginning, but
she's
towards the end, she started getting like,
bro.
She's so annoying, bro. She's like crazy annoying to me. She's worse than Sakura. Because
Worse than Sakura.
Because Sakura at least comes back, you know, with strength and remaining with her compassion. Sansa she was annoying in the beginning, and she continues to be annoying, but she's like, oh yeah, you know. But I'm like hardcore now. You know?
oh yeah, she went all black now, bro.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I dye my hair now.
yeah.
You know?
She survived. She survived the Peter finger, bro.
Oh, I know. Oh my god,
Remember, the North remembers, bro.
The North remembers, bro.
I kind of hate the North, to be honest.
What?
Yeah. Where would you want to be from in the Game of Thrones?
North, bro.
The North.
The North, bro, for sure.
They have each other's back to a point, bro. But they were so faithful to the Starks, like
House
mad
Stark, bro.
faithful, bro. Like
The House of Wolves, bro.
Yes,
what do you
bro.
mean,
Like the
bro?
crazy-
House of Wolves.
And even after like
damn
Ned
dire
Stark
wolves.
died, and even after his wife
They were kinda
died,
cool.
they were still like faithful to the Starks.
Yeah,
You feel me?
Just 'cause that's where they come from, and they
Yeah.
are very loyal because they all got there together.
That's
But
the North, bro.
I don't know.
That's the North, bro. What do you want to be, a golden lion, bro?
Oh, I kind of like the Lannisters.
Oh my
You gotta pay your
God.
debt.
Because they got the resources.
You got to pay your debt.
No,
Lannisters always
They're not
pay
all
their
like
debt,
that.
bro.
I kind of, I also
Well,
do
you
like
want-
the
want-
pirates.
Nah,
From
nah,
overseas.
bro.
Yeah.
I forgot their names.
That guy, he was crazy, bro.
Did they introduce way late?
Yeah, that guy was crazy as hell.
Yeah. Oh my god, I forget.
I can't remember the names right now.
But the
either.
pirates, just because they have all the ships and they're
Yeah.
they're the naval people.
The Navy, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that too. I like them. I do like the Lannisters, just because they got the resources and they're all about money and they're they're
Ugh.
business first.
Think
And,
about it. The
Disgusting
Lannisters
behaviors.
were the Lannisters because of their father. As
They-
soon as their
absolutely.
father died,
Absolutely.
they were not the Lannisters.
Absolutely.
They were not the Lannisters.
They were scrambling.
Yeah, the
I don't know.
pillar was their grandfather or their father.
Right.
As soon as their father died, that pillar fell apart.
Yeah, because he didn't
And
raise
they
them
even-
right, bro. He didn't when
No.
you have wealth and shit like that. You have to
I mean, yes
apply-
and no, bro.
you have to
'cause-
apply values besides just money and resources and opportunities.
Yes,
like
of
you have to
course.
fucking
That's what Tyrion was saying.
right, and that's what he kind of got. But then he
Right.
fucking was like mistreating him.
Right.
He's like the best one to lead.
Right.
But he didn't want a dwarf to lead, bro.
Yeah, that's
Lead
where,
his
that's where he was
house.
too vain. He was too vain.
Yeah, but
He's
then
like,
he
let Cersei do it. She's
But
pretty.
that's the thing too.
And crazy.
Their father took on too many roles. Instead
Right,
of like
right.
you do something here, he wanted to just do everything himself.
right
Because
He
he
didn't
felt
feel like
like he
his kids could do
They
it.
couldn't do
they
it.
can't do it. They couldn't do it. Jamie,
was just a swordsman,
He
and
was a
that's the way
swordsman.
he saw. I mean, he was proud of his son being
Yeah.
a swordsman.
yeah,
Jamie could do no wrong in front of his father. That's just simple as that.
I like Jamie, bro.
Jamie,
He's a bad guy.
He
comes back.
got his, yeah,
It's-
he got
it's
his
almost-
redemption. He
It's
got
almost
his
like Joe.
redemption later.
Like he was bad in the beginning when we talk about Megalobox. Like I was annoyed with all his decisions in the beginning, but then he does come back, and
I do like his redemption arc. I do
Yeah.
like it.
I like
But,
the redemption arc,
I didn't
but
like
everything
Cersei's
before
ending.
that-
No, for sure. And most of the things that I do like in anime and media is just things that I hate in the beginning. Like, oh, I hate this, and then they come back. And
Get
that
redemption.
intensity is what makes like the love shine.
Right.
But I didn't like the way Cersei died.
No, I don't like that either.
I felt like she deserved way much more than just
Of course,
a hug
but I
from her
mean-
lover under the rocks.
I don't think he should have went back, bro.
He shouldn't.
My absolute favorite character is Bria of Tarth. I
Brienne.
love Brienne.
Brienne, the
Yeah.
tall girl.
Yes.
Why?
Just because
You like them tall? You like
lit.
climb? You like to climb?
I like her, and I also
I've always
like
had a thing for Amazonians, bro.
what's the guy who has a thing for her?
The wildling.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
I
Yeah.
love
Bro,
all of that.
when they went past the wall with John and they went with like a little small group, that
Yeah.
was the best group they could have chosen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That arc right there
That was
was
good.
so fucking funny.
Yeah, it
Like,
was. Yeah.
having the hound, having the wildling.
I'd rather be from
That's
the
how you get shit
wildlings
done, bro.
than the
Yes.
north, because I know what this is about the north. They're just so civilized, but not all the way. They are humble, but I don't know, man. But I like the wildlings.
The wildlings.
That's the way to go.
But that guy was fucking hilarious,
Yeah.
bro.
I like that guy too. Yeah.
Every time he came up, every time he wanted to like hug John, like John, and John's like, "Yo, what's up, brother?"
Yeah. They pick him up. He's like, put me down.
Nah, he was funny, man. I love the wilding, but yeah, when they went past the wall to like capture that zombie, that whole little expedition was beautiful,
to
man.
fight more zombies. Like
And-
Cersei shouldn't. Not that she shouldn't have been the big bad at the end, but one, she died.
I mean, she wasn't the
on
big
accident.
bad. She's only one piece of the big bad.
Yeah, but no,
She should have. They should have.
I wanted
The
more
main
Ice
thing
King.
about it, that's what I'm saying. Like they should have stuck to one.
And
You had one big bad that was the big bad for the entire. That was the
He opens
overarching
up
thing,
the Ice King, right?
right?
He opens up the damn show.
And then you have the second big bad, which is the Black Queen, and then you got
Cersei?
Yeah,
and
Cersei.
then you got because that's how they made it.
Mm.
And then they tried to. It was too much at the end. Then you got the Man Queen, like bro, pick an avenue.
Oh, I know.
Stick
And you
with
can, you like a better writer could weave it better, where it all comes to a head all at the same time, maybe one after the other, like dominoes, But the way that they did it was not very graceful,
No, man.
and it only hurt so bad because it was so good for so long.
Yes. And you had so many dedicated fans that were actually like enjoying this and
Yeah,
loving it and
you
like
upset Lewis
invested.
all over again, bro.
I mean, hey, listen,
I was
bro.
so
we-
upset, man.
You have to go through the hurt with the rest.
But
You do.
damn,
You do.
bro. And
I'm
I
glad-
did.
I'm
Now
glad
I
you-
did,
I'm glad
bro.
You did.
And it hurt. And I was so pissed off.
Once you
felt
started
like
seeing the Starbucks cups in the show, it was just like, hey,
I know.
They
right?
gotta
This is
let it go,
fucking-
bro.
What is this SNL? What are we live?
they just it got sloppy, bro. Really sloppy towards the end.
yeah,
They were just trying to wrap it up as quick as possible and call it a day. I think they had a bigger thing coming up after that, right? Is that where all the writers went? And then there was a point that they did the writer's block, so we got like 2
I think
years.
that's what it was. I think it was happening during the SAG protest or some shit like that.
Maybe.
Something like
I
that.
think that had something to do with it.
So,
Maybe.
and all in all, it was a great show in the beginning, very disappointing towards the end. Would I love a spin-off of Jon Snow? I would, actually. I can see where they would head with that. Same thing with Arya, because Arya is supposed to be venturing out to the west where nobody has ventured out before or whatever.
She's got many faces, bro.
I do like Arya. I
But
think she became a little bit too
in the
powerful.
book-
kind of OP.
She's
the gods of many faces,
bro.
is it's written different than it is in the show.
Right.
Technically, you can't leave the clan like that. Like
Right.
the way Arya just left and decided that she's gonna do whatever she wants.
So she
know.
killed everybody. So
Yeah, right.
who's gonna stop her?
Right? No witnesses.
No witnesses, just faces, just empty faces.
Just empty faces, yeah.
That's it.
She got a pocket full of faces.
That's just still crazy to me, bro.
I liked it. I liked that. I wanted it to be more
Yeah.
like that.
Reminds me of the guy from Spy X Family.
yeah. I
Oh,
was
right.
that.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's part of the clan too, bro.
Maybe.
What's his name again?
Oh my God, Starlight. What's his name?
Twilight.
Twilight, yeah.
I'm forgetting his name right now. Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Lloyd-san.
Yes.
All right, man. So this was the filler. Thank you guys for coming and listening to us. Don't forget to go on Spotify and give us 5 stars if you're listening to it on that platform. And if you're on the Apple Podcast platform, don't forget to give us 5 stars too. But you guys can give a comment, which we will read out every other episode. So yeah, like I said, it's your boy Lewis. You got brother number 1 and brother number 3.
Young Morgan Freeman.
Jeez. CPNKO, Captain Kilimanjaro. You already know.
Signing off.
Signing off. And like we say at the end of every episode,
Tune in next time for scenes from the next episode of the Hyperbolic Filler.
and we out.
Jeez.